Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Kuttapalli. I'm a psychiatrist. I'm making this video to talk to you about consciousness. The reason why I'm making this video now is because there's a lot of interest in people, trying to learn more about consciousness and also trying to experience the consciousness that they are. One important question that, I've come across is I am a conscious being and I cannot be a conscious being without being consciousness. And how come I'm not able to experience the consciousness at this point? And there is no answer to that. So the reason why we are not able to experience the consciousness that we are at this moment is not because of ignorance. It's not because of any issues with your mind that imagines things that block you from experiencing your consciousness. It is simply because of a misunderstanding. Let me explain. The first thing I want to ask you to do is when you experience yourself as the physical body, I want you to describe it to yourself. When you do this, one thing you notice is most people miss out on a very important detail. They talk about their physical bodies, the experience of physical bodies. They talk about the height, the weight, the color of the skin, the color of the hair, if there are any birthmarks, any moles or something like that, they may be able to talk about it. However, they fail to acknowledge one particular part that is integral to all physical bodies, which is the space that accommodates the physical body. The reason why this happens is the physical body changes and it has defined limits, so it is easier for our minds to focus on this, for our eyes to focus on this. The accommodating nature of the space that accommodates this physical body all the time is something that doesn't change and that doesn't interact with anything at all. So it is very easy to overlook this detail. So this detail is the whole person, whole physical person that you are, that you have overlooked for so long that you've forgotten it entirely. And when someone says that, oh, the physical body, the space is also an integral part of your physical body, it feels like an alien concept. So this is one thing that I would want to bring your attention to. The second thing is about awareness. In the same way as we miss the, the space, we also miss something that is the integral part of your mind, which accommodates all these thoughts, impressions, ideas, mental constructs, and everything, is the space of your awareness. Just like the physical space, the space of your awareness does not interact with anybody, does not change at all. It just simply is aware of its own self. So, the experience of the awareness, we experience it all the time as the silence that we experience inside and outside. When you try to focus on the space that accommodates your body, you experience silence instantaneously. But the problem is, even though you experience it right away, you don't think that that is yourself. That is the nature of the awareness. The nature of awareness is silence. The nature of awareness is existence. The nature of awareness is the space that accommodates everything. Since this detail is missed, we kind of fill this detail by everything and anything. There's a lot of imagination that comes into play. A lot of mystical experiences come into play. A lot of, the so-called spiritual experiences come into play. And people also, the concepts of God, spirit, soul, all these things come into play because we are not able to actually identify the space, the awareness, the silence as our own self. That is the only problem. So if you're able to actually look at this, you can experience it all the time. For example, if you want to experience silence, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to practice anything. You don't have to get rid of anything. You just need to observe. Something that is there, when you just observe, means it is already there. If I want to experience noise, I have to make noise, or somebody has to make it. But if I want to experience silence, I don't have to make it. I just have to observe because it is already there. Something that is already there all the time is called eternal. And since it is aware of its own self, it is thought to be living in nature. So that is the reality behind awareness, the experience of silence, and the space. These are the details that we miss about ourselves because it is very easy for our mind to not focus on these things. That's simply the only problem. So if you want to try anything, try and observe silence. Once the silence intensifies, it becomes more profound. All the impressions that your mind has gathered over time to fill this gap would dissipate. And the experience of awareness, the experience of silence, the experience of existence continues to stay as it is because it has never changed. It has stayed like this all through. This is what I wanted to share with you. I would like to know your thoughts about it. So please don't forget to leave a comment. Hey, but keep it civil, okay? Thank you.